Roger John Madden outside Xalapa. I'm several miles south, mostly of the city of Xalapa, in lovely colonia of Moctezuma. This is Francisco Villa Calle, main drag through here. And up on the hilltop there we have a school and a daycare. And the poor person's barrio where I spent the night last night. I parked my camper van about half the time back in the poor person's neighborhood, which I like a lot. I like the people. And I like the Wi-Fi. You can't see from here that there are electrical transmitters. Big, huge electrical posts running right through that neighborhood. And CFE, Consolidated Federal Electric, offers a Wi-Fi to the community. But the best place I've found to pull it is right there in the poor person's neighborhood. And so I spend my nights up there. And half the time I spend my nights on the other side of this road, which is solidly middle class. I made a video last night around 8 o'clock about the big sea change going on in my life. I've been in Xalapa for 5 weeks or so. Like it quite a lot. It's very different from every other place I've been in Mexico. Biggest city at 600,000 people. State capital of Veracruz. Pretty sophisticated. And most of which I've not seen because I'm several miles outside of the city. And the gardens and museums and parks and old government buildings are all downtown. So I'm moving. After 5 weeks, loving it up here. This is the site of a restaurant that happens 3 nights a week and 2 on the weekend all day. My 2 friends, Mario and Rubio, put up a big tent and bring out tables and stuff and cook here. And it's really great. I love them a lot. They're precious to me and their son Eru and various players around the restaurant. It makes the dialogue on the old TV sitcom Cheers look really lame and canned. We have so much fun out here. And I'm going to say goodbye to them. I live a traveling lifestyle for 3 years. I may settle down. I have the notion of going way out in that direction to the Yucatan Peninsula, past Veracruz. It's a long drive. I was going to go straight there. Then I gave myself a little detour up into the mountains to see what Xalapa was like. And I've been ditzing around for 5 weeks trying to go. Do I go on to Mexico City, San Miguel de Allende, maybe even Oaxaca? Places that if I get established out on the Yucatan, I'm going to be hesitant to come back all this way. Or do I just go back to the beach, which I miss terribly? I want to be in the water every day, and I recently was in the water every day. And for some reason, the Gulf of Mexico here is way more swimmable than it was in Texas, where there was too much chop. But it's calmer here, and I love being in the water. Well, the decision got made for me. The first part of my video last night was all about my decision to leave this neighborhood and go downtown to the Centro because I gave up on the mechanic out here. He put me off too many times, and I landed a mechanic through the one friend I have in the city where I can go there. I have big trouble with my car, and it's mostly not safe to drive. But I'm going to go down Sunday morning, early when there's very little traffic. And I have taken a taxi down there, and it's a straight, flat drive. Although just back here, it's incredibly hilly. So I'm moving into the city in Xalapa, which I'm very excited about, honestly. And I've been saying that I was going to stay through Navidad, through the Christmas holidays, which my friends Mario and Rubio say, oh, you got to be here for that. And I want to But 2 nights ago online, I've had a big mission to get an immersion Spanish class, intensive Spanish. 7 months, almost 8 months, on the east coast of Mexico where there are very few tourists. I've had to rely on my Spanish, and it's gotten a lot better. But still pitiful. And online I found Anders Languages. It's a big outfit that has one center in Mexico. I was hoping they might offer in Xalapa, although I doubted it. There's no tourists here, really. Cuernavaca is an hour south of Mexico City. I want to make sure we're still taping here. An hour south of Mexico City. Sounds like a really great city up in the mountains. And they have a lovely habitation outside of town. They advertise it as double gated because Americans are scared of Mexico. I'm not anymore. I've learned the truth of that. It's dangerous where the cartel is, but no place I've been because there's no guns. Room and board and very intensive Spanish instruction for $400 American per week. That's way cheaper than I expected with room and board. And I could afford to do a week, and if I like it a lot, I'll go traveling for a couple weeks and come back and do another week, because I can't afford to do more than 1 dose of that per month on my Social Security check. And maybe a third one, who knows? We're talking about the rest of my life in Mexico. I want to be good at Spanish. And it's thrilling to me every time a Mexican says, your Spanish is really good. But I have to say, watch. In 2 minutes, I'm going to go, no entiendo, no, ¿qué es esta palabra? No. So, it sounds great. Could be an antidote for my loneliness, to be with a class of people intensively all day and all night for 24 hours in a beautiful home. Chance to get out of the van. I love my camper van. But sometimes it's nice to have a real bed and a place to walk around. So big changes for me. And if they offer a class in December, which I bet they will, it's a big outfit. They've got great reviews from a couple people I knew their names. The entire Scottsdale Police Department came down here for language learning from them. So if they're offering something, if I get my car fixed in November, and then December, have my check free and clear, I'll go. And then go on to Mexico City. And so it's really has determined big time what my next little while it means. I'm not going to get out to Yucatan Peninsula for God only knows how many months. Okay, that's the update for those of you who care. I don't know. YouTube tells me I'm getting thousands of views every month. So we'll see. Feels like I'm just talking to myself. But I like talking to myself. I do.